हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अष्टाध्यायी परिचयः इत्यस्य तुबन्तप्रकरणस्य अद्य पञ्चमः अभ्यासवर्गः। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनिये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। प्रारभामहे. We will continue with the place where we left yesterday. Purnima ji, I'll have you speak Nadi and Lakshmi. You can speak the Nadi word completely, and then for Lakshmi, we will just do the places where it differs from the Nadi word. Can you raise your hand? Namaste.
नमस्ते नमस्ते आम् ईकारान्तः नदीसंज्ञकः नदीशब्दः प्रथम एकवचन सुप्रत्यये परे सुलोपः भवति हल्याभ्यो दीर्घात् सुतिस्य प्रक्तं हल् इति सूत्रेण यथा इदं नि अन्तः नदीसंज्ञकः अस्ति अतः नदी इति औट् प्रत्यये परे केवलम् इको एणचि इति अणादेशः भवति पूर्वं प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः इति प्राप्ते अपि दीर्घाजसि च इत्यनेन न पूर्ववर्ण दीर्घादेशः न भवति।
Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Give me some problem with my computer. Just give me 1 minute. You can see the PDF correctly, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay. So you completed Nadi, Halyabhyo Dirghat Ityanena Sulopah Bhavati. Out, you talked about Dirghat Jasicha. Next, why is Nadichi not applicable here?
अत् नास्ति
Avarnaha Nasti. Okay, correct, correct. Next, Nadi plus Jasa.
नदी प्लस जस अत्रापि दीर्घाजसि इत्यनेन प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः न प्रवर्तते केवलम् इको एणचि इत्यनेन यणादेशः पूर्वं ऋत्व विसर्गौ नद्यः इति रूपम्।
Very good. Adim.
नदीम् अत्र अमिपूर्वः इत्यनेन पूर्वरूपैकादेशः भूत्वा नदीम् इति रूपम्।
Very good. Nadihi.
नदीः इत्यत्र पूर्वसवर्णः प्रवर्तते किमर्थम् इदम् अजन्तः अस्ति अत्र पूर्वसवर्णः दीर्घाजसि च इति किमपि सूत्रं न प्रवर्तते प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णेन इति सूत्रेण पूर्वसवर्णदीर्घादेशः प्राप्नोति नदीः अनन्तरं ऋत्वविसर्गौ भूत्वा नदीः इति रूपम्।
अत्र अजन्तः अस्ति इत्यस्य स्थाने अगन्तः अस्ति, अक्वर्णान्तः अस्ति। यतोहि अक्वर्णस्य सन्दर्भेण एव प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णे इति प्रवर्तते।
इच् नास्ति।
इच् न. What ich nasti? That is irrelevant. Why would ich nasti be relevant here?
दीर्घाजसि च इति न
That is
प्रवर्तते।
जसि अत्र शस् प्रत्ययस्य सन्दर्भेण
आ,
दीर्घाज्यस्य चेत्
आम्
सूत्रं न प्रवर्तते, अक् वर्णः अस्ति इत्येव वक्तव्यम्. There nothing wrong. You said ach varnah asti. I just corrected that. Ach is not the condition. Ak is the condition. That's all. Very minor point. We'll move ahead.
तृतीय एकवचनं नदी प्लस् टा अत्रापि इको एणचि इत्यनेन यणादेशः।
Okay. Now here is what I want you to do some hypothetical work. Instead of ta, if we would have had ang pratyaya, we discussed this in the previous class. I'm going to talk about this point again and again in today's class. What prakriya would have happened? You understood the question?
आङ्गी चपः तु न प्रवर्तते आप नास्ति
हाँ, आंगी चापः इज आबंत, सो आप नास्ति अतः आंगी चापः न प्रवर्तते, परंतु अयम् आंग अस्ति अतः ङित् प्रत्यय अस्ति. ङित् प्रत्ययस्य संदर्भेण आणनद्याः इति सूत्रं प्रवर्तते. यू मस्ट हैव रिटन इट इन सम लिटिल बिट लेटर. लुक एट दिस. आणनद्याः इति नदी संज्ञकात् परस्य ङित् प्रत्ययस्य आट् आगमः. I am highlighting it on the screen. Do you see that? आणनद्याः इति नदी संज्ञकात् परस्य ङित् प्रत्ययस्य आट् आगमः. So if in tritiya ekvachanam you assume ang pratyaya, what would be the prakriya? Anybody, not necessarily you.
It will become nit pratyayah ta arnadyah iti pravartate. Prapnoti tasya prasartate.
So let's see. Let's imagine the prakriya. What will happen? You have nadi plus a plus a. The middle a is for aanadyaha, and the next a is for ang pratyaya. Is what I'm saying clear or not clear?
Clear, sir. There will be no difference in the final.
There'll be, so say that. There'll be no difference, but what will be the prakriya? You have nadi plus a, then what will happen?
आटश्चैतन्येन
very good. Very good. आटश्चैतन्येन वृद्धि एकादेशे नद्या इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति. So if you have ang pratyaya in case of ta, there will be no difference in the prakriya of nadi. Correct?
Yes.
अग्रे गच्छामः. नदीभ्यां किमपि नास्ति, नदीभिः किमपि नास्ति, नदी प्लस ङि.
नित् प्रत्यय परे अत्र आडागमः भवति आण्नद्याः इति सूत्रेण. पूर्वम् आट् ये अत्र हलन्तम् इत्यनेन टकारलोपो भूत्वा आ ये इति अत्र आटश्च इति सूत्रेण रुद्धैकादेशः भूत्वा ऐ इति अनदि प्लस ऐ अनद्यै इति रूपम्.
If there was no आटश्च, what would happen?
रुद्धिरेचि इत्यनेन रुद्धैकादेशः भवति.
So why do you use आटश्च?
पर्जन्यवत् लक्षणं.
पर्जन्यवत् लक्षणं. Very good. Very good. Very well studied. नदीभ्यः, there is nothing else. नदी plus ngasi gas.
नसी नस् द्वयोः अपि प्रक्रिया समाना अस्ति, अतः अस् इत्संज्ञालोपं सर्वं भूत्वा अस् इति अविशिष्यते. नित् प्रत्ययः अतः अडागमः आट् अस्. अस् इत्यत्र आटश्च पुनः आटश्चेन वृद्धेकाशः आस् इति नदी आस् इको एणचि इति एणादेशः भूत्वा नद्यास् ऋत्वविसर्गौ भूत्वा नद्याः इति रूपम्.
Excellent. Very good. नद्योः यणादेशः ऋत्वविसर्गौ. नदी प्लस ङि.
नदी प्लस नी प्रत्यये परे नेहे आम आदेशः भवति. नेराम नद्यां नीभ्यः इति सूत्रेण आम प्रत्ययानन्तरम् आटश्च इति नित् प्रत्ययः इति आटश्च अपि भवति. आट् आम्. अत्र आट् आम् इत्यत्र हलन्त टकारस्य लोपः भूत्वा आम् आम् एव अवशिष्यते. नदी प्लस आम् इत्र निको एणचि अत्र इको एणचि सूत्रेण एणादेशः नद्याम् इति रूपम्.
Okay. Now what is the purpose of the nadi samnya? For this word nadi or for Gauri or whatever, what is the point of giving the nadi samnya? What is the main functionality of nadi samnya used over here?
Use trakyo nadi iti.
No. So functionality. Why is a nadi? Not the sutram that gives nadi samnya. What is the prayojan of nadi samnya? What is the place where the fact that this is nadi is used in the prakriya over here? Aanadyaha.
Aanadyaha iti pravartate.
You are giving nadi samnya to the word nadi. The question is, why are you giving the nadi samnya to the word nadi, where that information is being used in the prakriya?
I didn't understand such the question.
Okay, anybody else? So basically you are giving
the nadi.
You are, let's take some word nadi or gauri or ghati and so on. You are calling it nadi. Correct? Nadi
आम्
is the technical term, Vyakarna Samya.
हाँ,
Why do
हाँ.
you call it Nadi? Not how. Why do you call it Nadi? What is the problem if the Nadi Samya is not there in the Vyakarna Shastra? Is my question. That's okay, Vidyaji. It's okay. When I just want to make one thing very clear. Whenever you are put, anybody is put on the spotlight, it is absolutely obvious not to remember things. Don't take anything personally, and this should not demotivate you from studying. It usually happens with me also a lot of times. So it's okay, Vidyaji. You have an answer?
भवता इदानीमेव उक्तं भगिनी अपि उक्तवती आण्नद्याः इति नद्या इति तत्र प्रवर्तते तत्र तस्मात् नदी इति संज्ञा तस्य कृते आवश्यकी
सत्यम सत्यम so understand this आण्नद्याः is the sutram that will do an art agama for nadi samyaka words. This is the reason why we need the nadi samnya. If there was no nadi samnya, art agama would not have been created. Is this clear, Purnima ji?
The question was very simple.
Okay, now I'll increase the difficulty. Let us assume that nadi samnya is not there at all. Okay, so nadi samnya is not there. Nadi samnya is given in which case? In all these particular cases. Now nadi samnya is not there at all. What will happen in the prakriya of 4.1?
आडागमः न भवति.
Adagamah na bhavati. So then what will be the form?
नद्ये इति ऐ न भवति.
Nadye iti. Anuchitam rupam siddhiti. Anuchitam rupam siddhiti. So let us focus on this Anadyaha. Anadyaha sutram requires two conditions. Observe, we have written it here, but let's focus on it. First of all, you need a Nadi Samyaka word. So Rama and Krishna are not allowed. Nadi Samyaka word is required. And Nit Pratyaya is required. If it is not a Nit Pratyaya, you cannot do an Adagama. If it is not a Nadi Samyaka word, you cannot do an Adagama. So here for 4.1, you have a Nit Pratyaya, but because there was no Nadi Samya, Adagama could not happen and therefore Nadye in correct form was generated. So far so good. Let us now move to Panchami and Shashti Ekvachanam. In Panchami and Shashti Ekvachanam, what will happen if Nadi Samya is not there? Adagama will not happen. Correct. Adagama will not happen. So Nadyaha will be the form. Correct? In the same. Okay. Now let's go to 7.1. In 7.1, what would happen if Nadi Samnya was not there?
There will be no difference, or anyway.
There will be no difference in the form. Okay, there will be no difference in the form. But we cannot control Nadi Samnya like this, right? Once Nadi Samnya is given, it's given for all this, it's given for the Pratipadikam. So it will be available across the entire Prakriya. We cannot selectively say, let's give Nadi Samnya here and not here. At least for the Nadi word is going to be given across the Prakriya. So far, so good. But then why is Ni Pratyaya Ngita? Is the question over here. What was the reason Ni Pratyaya was made Ngita? What would happen if I just say E instead of Ni? Now see my question. Adnadyaha will not cause an Adagama because even though it is a Nadi Samyaka word, it is not a Nit Pratyaya anymore. Because Adagama is not generated, you will have Nadi plus Am still giving rise to Nadyam. So even though there is a Nadi Samya, the lack of Nit Pratyaya would stop Adagama, but that would not cause any problem and will cause the Nadyam as the final form. Is the question clear? Therefore, question is, why is Ni Pratyaya made as Nita? Why not give it as E Pratyaya? Anybody?
अत्र न भेदः महोदय.
अत्र न भेदः. सत्यं. कुत्र भेदः? In which case there is a भेद?
अन्यत्र घेर्नां नद्यां अत्र तु
अन्यत्र. Let's ask others. Manjiri ji.
In other sutras like Adnadyaha, there will be a problem because Niti is the Anuvritti over there.
So anytime I ask a question like this, other places is not an acceptable answer. Which other place? Work it out. Give me a prakriya that in this prakriya there will be a problem. Other places is not a valid answer. Tell me that such and such prakriya will be messed up if I don't create ni as nit pratyaya. I have two hands raised, but I am happy to wait for a few more hand raises. Is the question clear? If nadi plus, not nadi plus gi, if ni is not a nit pratyaya, what would happen? Where would that be a problem? Alaknanda ji.
मति तादृशशब्दानां कृते दोषः
Let's take exact word. Mati, what would happen? What is the problem with mati? Mati,
गिट् परे तस्य नदी संज्ञा भवति परन्तु
Okay.
यदि इ अस्ति चेत् नदी संज्ञा न भवति
which
रूपद्वयं न
sutram?
भवति
Very good. Which
Ah.
sutram? Which sutram gives the nit
Ah,
pratyaya
ah.
pare nadi samya? Nitirhasvascha. So understand. Very good, very good, very good. So understand this particular point, that the only prayojana of making the ni saptami ekvachana pratyaya is nita is for giving the nadi samya, not of in any prakriya. Once the nadi samya is obtained, that adagama will be brought because of nadi samya, and then matyam will be generated. But even if that matyam is not generated, it doesn't matter. The nit pratyaya gets the nadi samya. Nadi samya converts ni pratyaya to am by geram nadyam nibhya. That nadyam part over here is very crucial. That is the one for which ni pratyaya has to be nit. So the purpose of chaturthi ekvachanam nye, panchami ekvachanam ngasi, and shashti ekvachanam ngas, these three pratyayas, their nitva matters in the prakriya directly. Here niti is applicable for chaturthi ekvachanam, panchami ekvachanam, shashti ekvachanam. But no sutra that involves a nit related karya directly applies for Saptami Ekvachanam. The Nitva of Saptami Ekvachanam is special. It is not directly for the Prakriya. It is for the Nadi Samnya to be given for Rasva Ikaranta words, and that Nadi Samnya will be used in the Prakriya for Niram Nadyam Nibhya. Is this clear? This is a very important point. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, okay, perfect. So that completes your Nadi. Let's go to Saptami Bahuvachanam once.
आम् सप्तमी बहुवचनं नदी सुप् नदीषु इति आदेशप्रत्ययोः इत्यनेन षत्वम्
Shatvam. Agre, Sambuddhi.
हा सम्बुद्धि एकवचनं सुप्रत्यये परे नदी आम्बार्थनद्योरस्वः इति सूत्रेण रस्वादेशः भवति नदी इति अनन्तरम् रस्वात् सम्बुद्धेः इति रस्वप्रदान्त अनन्तरं विद्यस्य सकारलोपः भूत्वा नदी इति.
Okay, why not Rasvasya Gunaha? Do you remember this sutram? Rasvasya Gunaha?
आम् महोदय रस्वस्य गुणः अत्र
What
न
happens in the
भवति.
prakriya of sadhu? Explain me the prakriya of sadhu, Sambodhana Ekvachanam. Sadhu plus su.
साधु इत्यत्र
Hold on. Instead of sadhu, let me simplify this. Muni. So that it becomes exactly letter by letter identical. Muni. Tell me, Sambodhana Ekvachanam.
सम्बोधन एकवचन मुनि इत्यत्र मुने इति रस्वस्य नीतिरस्वस्य रस्वस्य गुणः इत्यनेन मुनि इकारस्य एकारादेशः भवति मुने इति.
Same here. Nadi plus sa. What should happen? Configuration is identical. Muni plus sa, nadi plus sa. Muni plus sa, you get rid of sa pratyaya by engrasvat sambuddhe, or even before that you convert muni to mune by rasvasya gunaha and then get rid of the su pratyaya. Correct? Same thing you should do here, isn't it? Nadi plus sa, convert nadi to nade, rasvasya gunaha, because it is rasva now, and then get rid of that su later on by engrasvat sambuddhe. Because eng will allow you to get rid of that su pratyaya. So why not do that? Anybody? Why not do that? All this is taught in the classes. Nothing is new.
नदी संज्ञकः अस्ति अतः पूर्वं 73107 इति
that is okay. 73107 is applicable. See, Till 73107 is applicable, nothing is going to be a question. In case of Nadi plus Sa, there is no question of Rasvasya Gunaha. When Nadi becomes Nadi by Ambarthanadyo Rasvaha, there is the question of Rasvasya Gunaha. Clear? Sri Rangaji.
सर्वनामस्थाने च सम्बुद्धः दीर्घदेशात् अङ्गः
Huh? This is
सर्वनामस्थाने च
Sambuddhi.
सम्बुद्धः.
You are talking about Asambuddhau. This is Sambuddhi. Where is Sarvanamastha Sambuddha is? And Sarvanamasthane cha Sambuddha is for Nakarantanga. Sarvanamasthane cha Sambuddhau. This is a completely irrelevant sutram over here.
Yes, Guruji.
Sarvanamasthane cha Sambuddhau. Nantasya angasya padhaya dirgha. This is completely irrelevant. Anybody?
Yes.
Is the question clear what I was asking? Shri Kumari ji.
Muni is ghi sapnya and Nadi is Nadi sapnya.
What would that make a difference? Does Rasvasya Gunaha need a Ghi Samnya? Rasvasya Gunaha, does it need a Ghi Samnya? What does the Sutram say? Rasvantasya Angasya Sambodhana Ekavachanasya Supratyaya Pare Gunadesha Bhavati. As simple as that. If you have a Rasvanta Anga like Nadi, why not do a Gunadesha? Arey, this is so simple. I have taught this in the class.
नदी संज्ञा अस्ति महोदय अतः नदी संज्ञास्य प्रयोजनम् एव न भवति तत्र
नदी संज्ञा प्रयोजनम् अन्यत्र सर्वत्र अस्ति किल आण्णद्याः एंड सो ऑन तत्र सर्वत्र नदी संज्ञा प्रयोजनम् अस्ति
अम्बार्थनद्योरस्वः नदी संज्ञस्य कृते एव अस्ति अतः
अम्बार्थ no that is okay, almost there, but you are missing one crucial point. यदि ह्रस्वात् अनन्तरं गुणः करणीयः तर्हि ह्रस्वः किमर्थम् आवश्यकः? साक्षात् दीर्घस्य गुणः एव भवितुम् अर्हति केनचित् अन्येन सूत्रेण. What we are seeing over here is because a ह्रस्व is made, ह्रस्व विधान सामर्थ्यात् अग्रे गुणः न भवति. If Panini wanted eventually to do the guna, he could have simply converted nadi to nade by adding ikarasya ekara, ikarasya gunaha. The reason why he doesn't do that, the reason why he does explicit rasvadesha is because he wants to say that retain that rasvadesha as it is. So rasvadeshasya vidhana samarthyad gunaha na bhavati. This is very important. I think it is told in the class, it's written over here. Ambarthanadya rasva ittinena nadi samyakasya rasvadeshe krute punaha tasya gunadeshah na bhavati etadrisham kurmashchet ambarthanadyo rasva asmin sutre nadi samyakasya rasvadeshasya prayojanam na vartate. Yadi Panini nadi samyakasyapi gunam eva eshishyat, if he wanted to do the guna on nadi samyaka, ambarthasya rasva iti krutva nadi rasvayor gunaha iti sutram saha alekhishyat. So he could have changed the sutram. There was no need of creating a separate nadi entry in the sutram and giving a rasvadesha. He could have said ambartha rasvaha and nadi rasvor gunaha. Instead of rasvasya gunaha, he could have said nadi rasvor gunaha. He doesn't do that because he wants that rasvadesha to be retained. Clear? We'll go to the next word, Lakshmi. Only prathama ekvachanam. Everything else would be same.
सेम् लक्ष्मी इति उणादिप्रत्ययान्त शब्दः अतः अत्र अस्य न्यन्तं नी प्रत्ययान्तः नास्ति अतः हल् डाभ्यो दीर्घात् सुतिप्रत्ययस्य हल् इति सूत्रेण सुप्रत्ययलोपः न भवति अतः रुत्व विसर्गं भूत्वा लक्ष्मीः इति विसर्गः
So how do you know this is unadi pratyanta? Do you know the derivation by any chance?
I have checked in the website, but I don't remember.
Okay, Laksha is the dhatu, E is the pratyaya, and mut is the agama done on the pratyaya. Laksher mutcha. I mean, specifically for a specific words like Lakshmi, Bhavat, and so on, Pati, and so on, you should remember these. Not necessarily all Unadi Sutras, but at least some basic things. So, Laksher mut. Why I am searching in Sutra Patha? Unadi Patha. That's why it's not coming.
Laksher mutcha iti Mahodaya.
Laksher mutcha. It's shown on the screen. So that's exactly the Sutra over here. You have Laksha E iti pratyaya, it is written over it next to it. E is the pratyaya and mut is the agama, adhyavayava rupena vidhiyate, laksha plus ma plus e, lakshmi iti bhavati. Anyatra sarvatra prakriya samana eva asti. Do you want to say anything specifically or we are good?
No, महोदय, similar
सर्वत्र हाँ समानमेव अस्ति. किमर्थमिति चेत् हल् ज्ञाभ्यो दीर्घासुतिस्य पृक्तं हल इत्यत्र केवलं नी इति वर्तते. अतः तत्र लक्ष्मी इति शब्दस्य विषये पृथक् प्रक्रिया अस्ति. Thank you very much. So we are done with 2 words. We will go ahead. Who is the next one in the sequence? Umaji, are you here? Please raise your hand. Namaste.
नमस्कारः महोदय. नमस्तेभ्यः. किम् इति मकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग सर्वनामसंज्ञक शब्दः अस्ति. किं योगे सु अत्र किमः कः इति सूत्रमस्ति. विभक्तिप्रत्ययेषु परेषु किं शब्दस्य क आदेशः अस्ति. विभक्तिश्च इत्यनेन सर्वेषु प्रत्ययाः विभक्तिसंज्ञां प्राप्नोति. प्राप्नुवन्ति. क इति वर्णद्वयम् अस्ति. अतः अनेकाल्त्वात् सर्वादेशः भवति. किं स्थाने क अस्ति. क योगे सु. इदानीं क इति अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्गशब्दवत् भवति. किम् इति सर्वादीनि सर्वनामानि इत्यनेन सर्वनामसंज्ञा प्राप्नोति. अतः 5 स्थलेषु रामशब्दात् भिद्यन्ते. अन्यत्र रामशब्दवत् एव भवति. विशेष्य सु प्रत्यये परे अत्र हल्याभ्यो दीर्घासुतिस्य पृक्तं कार्यं न हल्याभ्यो दीर्घासुतिस्य पृक्तं हल् इत्यनेन न भवति. सुलोपः न भवति. किमर्थं किमः कः इति परसूत्रमस्ति. किमः कः क योगे सु अस्ति. ऋत्व विसर्गौ कः इति रूपम्. कौ इत्यत्र रामशब्दवत् रामौ कौ. कः अत्र संबोधनं नास्ति. बहुवचने जस् अत्र सर्वनामकार्यम् अस्ति. जसषि अस्ति. षि इति आदेशः अस्ति. अनेकाल्त्वात् सर्वादेशः भवति. जश् स्थाने षि.
Explain this statement. अनेकाल्त्वात् सर्वादेशः.
अत्र जशस्थाने षि इति आदेशः भवति. इदानीं प्रत्ययस्य स्थाने आगच्छति चेत् तदनन्तरं प्रत्यय स्थानिवद्भावेन प्रत्ययसंज्ञा भवति. इदानीं षि इति आदेशः केवलम् आदेशस्य प्रत्ययस्य स्थाने भवति वा प्रकृतेः स्थाने भवति वा इति न जानीमः. अतः षि इति षकार इकारः अनेकाल्त्वात् सर्वादेशः भवति. तदनन्तरम् आत् गुणः के भवति. किम् इत्यत्र रामशब्दवत् एव भवति.
एकनिमिषम्. अत्र I think we discussed this परन्तु पुनरेकवारं जसः षि इति भवेत् चेत् किं स्यात्.
अत्र किमपि भेदः न भवति. उत्तरार्थम् इति दृष्टवन्तः.
उत्तरार्थम् इत्यत्र कुत्र. उत्तरार्थम् इत्युक्ते कुत्र भेदः दोषः जायेत. If you don't remember the ordering, I can show you the sutras over here so that it will help you for. I mean, 7.3 should be memorized anyway, but jasaha shi. Let's see the sutra part. 7.1, sorry. Jasaha
aungaha apaha asti.
Aungaha apaha. So what is the difference? Would there be a problem with aungaha apaha? Mala aungaha apaha is mala plus shi. Aungaha apaha. The example is mala plus shi. What would happen if I do a hasva shi over there?
Atra na
bhavati. So there is no problem here. There is no problem here. And 2 sutras later, there is a she. So why not combine everything and just say she?
No, napumsakat cha atra bhavati.
Atra kim aungaha. So phala plus she. That's the example of napumsakat. So if you do a she over here, atra apina. Anybody? Should we just say jasaha she everywhere? Alaknanda ji.
उकारान्त नपुंसकलिङ्गे दोषः भवेत्. वस्तूनि इति.
वस्तूनि. So vastu, what will happen? There will be a numagama. By which sutram? Ikochi vibhaktau.
इकोचि विभक्तौ
This is napumsaka, right? So ikochi vibhaktau iti numagamaha. Numagame krute I pratyayah asti chet vastuni iti sadhurupam bhavet. I pratyayah nasti I pratyayah asti chet vastuni iti asadhurupam bhavet. So that dirgha ikara present in she is for halanta napumsaka words like jagat and ikaramta ukaramta napumsaka words like vari or vastu or madhu. So madhu, madhuni, madhuni, vari, varini, that dirgha, or even jagat, jagati, that dirgha in napumsakacha requires dirgha ikara in she. Therefore dirgha ikara is told, otherwise rasva ikara was perfectly fine. Clear? Agre gacchama.
स्पष्टम्
Agre gacchama. So you have kim, pratyay pare.
अमि पूर्वः कम् रामशब्दवत्
अग्रे शस् प्रत्यय परे
सश् प्रत्यये परे अपि सर्वनामकार्यं किमपि नास्ति
किमपि नास्ति राम शब्दवत्. We have done Rama Shabda, right? We have completed Rama in our in very first class itself. So Rama Shabdavat. So तृतीया एकवचनम
केन
तागसिक सामिनास्यः केन. तृतीया बहुवचनम तृतीया द्विवचनम
सुपि च सर्वत्र का अस्ति
सर्वत्र किमः कः अस्ति सर्वत्र किमः कः वर्तते तदनन्तरं सुपि च. सर्वत्र क इति प्रकृतेः रूपं भवति तदनन्तरं ह्रस्व अकारान्त पुल्लिङ्ग रामशब्द रूपाणि भवन्ति. तृतीया बहुवचनम्
अथो भिस् ऐस् इत्यनेन ऐस् आदेशः कैः.
Now I have a question over here. I wanted to ask this in Rama itself, but I somehow missed. So many questions I asked at that time. Suppose we write this sutram. It's actually a very trivial question. So if you think it is a stupid question, don't think twice. It is a stupid question. Suppose instead of ato bhis ais, I write this sutram as ato bhis ai. What would be the form? Anybody? I mean, if you want to answer, that's okay. Otherwise, people can raise their hands. Work it out on the paper. Just don't, imagine in brain. Take a minute. Work it out on paper. If the sutram is ato bhis ai instead of ais, I'm just removing the s towards the end.
सर्वादेशः न भवति.
सर्वादेशः न भवति. Okay. Why सर्वादेशः न भवति?
अनेकाल् अस्ति.
एकाल् अस्ति.
ऐस् इति अनेकाल्
नास्ति. अनेकाल् नास्ति. एकाल् अस्ति.
अनेकाल् नास्ति.
Okay. What will happen? सर्वादेशो न स्यात्. तर्हि किं स्यात्?
बिस् इत्यत्र अन्तिमसकारस्य एव आदेशः भवति.
अन्तिमसकारस्य एव आदेशः भवेत्. So what will happen? Let's take an example of your k plus bhi plus s. Instead of it will be ka bhi ai. It will be kabhyai. Correct? Okay. Any other answer? Is this answer correct? Does anybody want to say anything? Ratnakar ji, please don't chat here. If you want to speak something, raise your hand. अलकनंदा जी.
एकाल् अस्ति अतः आदेः परस्य इत्यस्य प्रसक्तिः भवति वा?
Very good. Why आदेः परस्य? See, small changes in the sutram. The reason I'm telling all this, spending this time, is small changes in the sutram will make you think what is the right sutram that should be applied over here. And this wiring in the brain is going to help you when you go to Tinganta Prakarana, more importantly, where there are 2000 dhatus and so many prakriyas and you cannot just memorize all of them. Here it's easy to memorize, very trivial set of prakriyas. There you have to actually think what will happen in under which cases. So this is a preparation for that. Anyway, so adeh parasya, very good. So there is ataha, hrasva akarat parasya. So adehe parasya. What will happen adehe parasya?
अयोग भीस् इति भवति.
Adehe parasya, what would it mean? It's not an it's not agama, right? Anybody else? That's okay. I mean, we are all learning, studying together. Anybody? So we have ka, bhis, and I want to add an I. And we have come to the conclusion that maybe Adev, Ratnakarji, you wanted to speak something.
I think it's already said, like in the Pradhamavarnasya sthane, it happens, Adesha.
So tell me now what will happen. Tell me the wording. Tell me the letter sequence. What would be the letter sequence?
Ka, bhi, I,
Ka.
Ikara plus Aikara.
Are Ikara? What Ikara? What? Tell me the Anupurvi. Tell me the sequence of the letters. Saroja ji. You want to say? Ka. There is Ka. What should be the next one?
Akara.
Akara. Then what this come from? Where this comes? There is no.
Ka plus.
No. There is a full Ka. I'm not breaking that. We'll ask someone else. Hold on. There are so many hands. Oh, you want to say? I mean, there is a full Ka. And what after that? Saroja ji. Somebody wrote an answer over here. Okay, Alaknanda ji, you can speak now.
Ka, I, bis. Kai, bis.
I, bis. What?
Kai. Ka yoga.
This is so simple question and you are making mess out of it.
Ka, I, then bis.
What I and bis? It is an adesha. It is not an agama. How will it come before I, bis? Adesha is there, right? Adesha is a Shatruvad Adesha. It will get rid of the particle and sit over there, isn't it?
Ka, I, sa bhavati va.
Hold on. Ka, I and sa. Correct? And what will be the form?
Kaihi.
Then why is Atobhis is present? Is everybody clear? Ka, I and sa. So what will be the final form? Kaihi. So why is sa present in Atobhis is? Clear? Vidya ji.
अत्र भेदः प्रक्रिया रीत्या न भवति परन्तु तत्र उच्चारणार्थः इति मन्ये महोदय सकार
उच्चारणार्थः अतो भिस् ऐ इति उच्चारणे कः दोषः वर्तते अतो भिस् ऐस् इत्यत्र सकारः नास्ति
उच्चारणसौख्यार्थं दोषः न वर्तते
अतो भिस् ऐ इति सौख्यतमम् इत्यस्य उच्चारणं इतोपि अधिकं सुखकारकं सकारस्य उच्चारणे क्लेशः जायते बहूनां कृते so ato bhis ai iti vadamashit kaha dosha is now at least people are talking something. If there is adev parasya, you will get ka ais eventually giving kaihi. So why ato bhis ais? Umaji, you wanted to say something? No, right?
No, Mahodaya, I'm just thinking.
Okay,
yes.
You're just thinking. Okay, think, everybody. Yes, this is how Sumanta Prakram should be learned. So, why is anybody? I am happy to. Anybody who wants to talk, please raise your hand. At least do people agree with the problem? Or even the problem is not clear? I am happy to explain the problem again. There is Adev Parasya being invoked. So instead of ka bhisa, it will be ka aisa, vruddhi rechi, kaisa, rutva visargau, kaihi. So it's again kaihi. And ato bhisa aisa is only for rasvakaranta words. It's for no other words. So this is the only example. Ka in the sense ka, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Mukunda. It will be eventually the same. Ashutosh ji.
I think words like mala then will be a problem.
Mala does not have ato bhisa ais at all. Mala plus bhi is mala bhihi. Ato bhisa ais is only for rasva akaranta words. And for rasva akaranta words like ka, Rama and so on, I just demonstrated the problem or apparent problem. I'll tell you, you are not able to answer because you are making a very, very fundamental mistake. When I tell you what mistake you are making, you are going to be like, why I am making this mistake? So think about it. Think. What is the mistake that you're making? And you're not the first one who are making this mistake. That's why this question has been asked. It's a very typical mistake that students do for no reason. Sri Kumari ji.
अतो गुण इत्यनेन पूर्वरूप एव
There is no guna varna over here. I is
Hello.
not a guna. I iti guna samnyakah nasti.
no, not if it is A.
Huh? There is no A. The question is ato bhis ais ityasya sthane ato bhis ai iti bhavet chit kim syat. There are two different questions. अतो भिस ऐस इत्यस्य सूत्रस्य संदर्भेण प्रश्नद्वयं वर्तते. अतो भिस ऐस इत्यस्य स्थाने अतो भिस एस इति भवेत् चेत् किं स्यात् इति प्रथमः प्रश्नः. सः मया पूर्वमेव पृष्टः. तस्य उत्तरम् अस्माभिः पूर्वमेव अवगतम्. इदानीं नूतनः प्रश्नः. अतो भिस ऐस् इत्यस्य स्थाने अतो भिस ऐ इति स्यात् चेत् किं स्यात् इति प्रश्नः अस्ति. I think we are almost 45 minutes, 40 minutes in the class. I'll give one more minute. If people are not able to think, I'll tell you the answer. Sunanda ji, you want to say something?
हाँ महोदय, अनन्तरं ऋतुविसर्गः न भवति खलु? ऐस इति नास्ति चेत्
किमर्थं
ऐ
ऋतुविसर्गः
इति
न भवति?
न ऐ इति एव भवति खलु. बिस् स्थाने ऐ इति आदेशः भवति चेत् ऐ एव भवति खलु.
कथम् ऐ भवेत्? अनेकाल् अस्ति वा? अनेकाल्त्वात् सर्वादेशः सम्भवति किल? अनेकाल् आदेशः अस्ति वा?
न ऐ इति एकाल एव.
तर्हि भिस् इत्यस्य स्थाने कथं भवति? आदेश परस्य इत्येन प्रवर्तेत. आदेश परस्य इत्यनेन आद्य अवयवस्य स्थाने एव भवति किल. Okay, I'll not spend too much time. I'll tell you the mistake that you all are making. You all correctly identified Adef Parasya, but you used it correctly. In Bhisa, Adi is not Bhi. Adi is Bha. It is Bha plus E plus Sa. So when you say Adef Parasya, it is only Bhakara which is going to be replaced by I, giving I, E, Sa. And then Ayadesha will give Ais, giving a wrong form called Kaihi. You want Kaihi. You incorrectly replaced entire Bhisa, which is a pair of letters, by I. Adef Parasya requires you to replace only the first letter, which is Bhakara. So you will only be allowed to replace Bhakara. Such a trivial thing, but almost literally nobody got this. Okay? Anyway, Umaji, can you raise your hand? Where are you now? Are you still in the call? Can you please raise your hand? I think you have logged in from two places, so I don't know whom to unmute. Is this clear? Is the question and the resolution clear? Or not clear?
Yes, Mohdaya, yes.
Okay. So repeat. You have Ato Bhisa Aisa. If you make the sutram as Ato Bhisa Ai, the first thing is it will cause Adef Parasya. But Adi is not Bhi. Adi is Bha. Varnasya sthane nutana adesha vidiyate. So Bha will get I, giving rise to I followed by E followed by Sa. I plus E, Ayadeshe krute, Ais, and then some revered form will be generated. In order to avoid that, there was a Sakara added at the end. See the way things are being thought by Panini Maharshi, and such a trivial things we just miss out. There's so much to learn in all these things. Angla Bhasha Prabhavaha. So Bhi is not one entity, it is two entities. Okay, agre gacchamaha. Kima plus ge. Kim plus ge. Start.
अत्र सर्वनाम्ना स्मै इत्यनेन स्मै आदेशः कस्मै क स्मै कस्मै.
Kasmai. Next.
केभ्यः
Why is supicha not used over here? Why is supicha not used over here?
अदन्त
Adantamasti.
भ्याम नास्ति.
Bhyam is not required. Supicha is used for ययादि सुप्रत्यय परे
ययादि
यय प्रत्यय अत्र यय प्रत्याहारस्य वर्णः नास्ति सकारः यय प्रत्याहारेण वर्तते अतः अत्र यय इज व्हाट य व र ल श ह य व रट लं य म ङ ण नम दैट्स इट एंड झभय दैट्स इट नॉट सकार सकार comes all the way later. Okay, next भ्यस्
व्यस् इत्यत्र
बहुवचने झल्येत
बहुवचने झल्येत के
पंचमी
तदनन्तरं ऋत्वविसर्गौ
पंचमी एंड सप्तमी
अत्र सर्वनामकार्यमस्ति ङसिन्योः स्मात् स्मिनौ इत्यनेन स्मात् आदेशः कस्मात्
कस्मात् एंड सप्तमी विल बी स्मिन् आदेशः
स्मिन् स्मिन् कस्मिन् कस्मिन्
षष्ठी बहुवचनम्
षष्ठी बहुवचनम् आमी सर्वनाम्नः सुट् इत्यनेन सुडागमः भवति तदनन्तरं बहुवचने झल्येत् आदेशप्रत्यययोः इत्यनेन केषाम्
वेरी गुड वेरी गुड वेरी गुड एंड सप्तमी बहुवचनम् पुनरेकवारम्
सप्तमी बहुवचनं केषु वर्णमे बहुवचने झल्येत् आदेशप्रत्यययोः
करेक्ट करेक्ट नेक्स्ट इज चंद्रमस
चंद्रमस
स्टार्ट
सकारान्त पुल्लिंग चंद्रमस शब्दः अस्ति अत्र अत् अन्त शब्दः अस्ति अतु अस् अन्त शब्दः अस्ति अतः अत्वसन्तस्य च धातोः इत्यनेन उपदा दीर्घः भवति चंद्रमा योगे स हल्न्याभ्यो दीर्घाचुतिस्य पृक्तं हल् इत्यनेन सकारलोपः ऋत्वविसर्गौ चंद्रमाः.
Okay, very good. Now I have one question, not necessarily to you, to everybody else. This word chandramaha ends in this particular particle maha. Tell me any other pullinga word which is not sakaranta, because sakaranta we already saw chandramaha. Tell me any other pullinga word which is not sakaranta which ends in maha. Prathama ekvachanam only. We are talking about prathama ekvachanam. Any other pullinga prathama ekvachanam word not sakaranta, because sakaranta example is in front of you. Any other pullinga non sakaranta, it can be ajanta, halanta, anything. Prathama ekvachanam must end in maha. Anybody wants to give any answer? Raise your hand. Think. The reason I ask these questions is because answers to these questions are all there in the PPTs. It's just I never taught or you never learned or looked at them from this angle. And that's what I want to reveal today or in these Abhyasa classes.
Vedaha, you want exact ma?
Exact maha. And Vedaha is again Sakaranta, right? I told not
Sakaranta.
I told not Sakaranta. Sakaranta is in front of you. No Sakaranta, it should end in maha. And if you are not able to find a maha, then as a second question, a simpler question, aha is also fine. I mean, I would love to have an answer with maha, but if there is no answer with maha that you can think of, aha is okay. But it cannot be Sakaranta. Alaknanda ji, you raise your hand and explain this. Very nice answer. Don't type the answers over here. Please raise so that other people don't have anything leaked out. Tell me.
And just now I searched in that website.
That's okay. That's okay. This is, I mean, you are allowed to search anywhere as long as you get the answer.
Mukhadma iti shabdah asti.
Mukhadmaha. Mukhadmaha. Which type of word is this?
Which type of means?
Means what is the pratipadikam over here?
Mukhadma.
Mukhadma. Mukhadma iti mukhena dhamati mukhadma iti akaranta pullinga shabdaha. Mukhadma. Vishwapa sadrushaha shankhadma iti api asti. Shankhadma, mukhadma ete sarve dhma इत्यन्ताः शब्दाः विश्वपा सदृशाः विश्वपाः इति यथा भवति तथैव मुखध्माः इति भवति. सो शंखध्माः मुखध्माः, दीस् आर् आह इत्यन्ताः, नो चेत् माः इत्यन्ताः शब्दाः. And the second question, aha, you could have given a simple answer like Vishwapaha or ha ha ha. These are also possible answers. Okay. Chandramaha. Next. Sambodhane Ekvachanam.
सम्बोध्य अत्र हल्याभ्यो दीर्घात्सुतिस्य पृक्तं हल् इत्यनेन प्रत्ययसकारस्य लोपः ऋत्वविसर्गौ चन्द्रमः.
Why is Atvasattva not used?
सौ च अनन्तरम् अस्ति, केवलं सौ परे एव भवति.
सौ च अनन्तरम् अनुवृत्ति अस्ति, अनन्तरं पूर्वमिति न आवश्यकं, तस्य अनुवृत्ति अस्ति, अतः सु प्रत्ययः एव अत्र भवति. चन्द्रमसौ किमपि नास्ति किल? चन्द्रमसौ, चन्द्रमसा, चन्द्रमसं, चन्द्रमोभ्याम्.
चन्द्रमोभ्याम् इत्यत्र भ्यां परे स्वादिष्व सर्वनामस्थाने इत्यनेन पदसंज्ञा अस्ति. यचीभम् इत्यनेन निषेधः नास्ति, पदसंज्ञा तिष्ठति. पदसंज्ञा अनन्तरं भ्या अस्ति, हसि च इत्यनेन उत्वं भवति. आद्गुणः चन्द्रमो, चन्द्रमोभ्याम्.
Very good, very good, very good. So this is one of the very few cases where you can see Hashicha inside the Subanta Prakriya. Usually we have seen Hashicha in Ramo Gacchati and so on, which is between the two padas, but here you can see it inside the pada. This is typical for Sakaranta words. So in the Sakaranta words, Payas for example, Payobhyam. So you see this getting converted to R, getting converted to U, getting converted to O. This whole sequence will be seen in Sakaranta words. Same for Chandramobhihi in the next one. Chandramobhihi, Chandramase, Chandramobhyaha, everything is just Varnamelanam and Hashicha and so on. Only Chandramasu, Saptami, Bahuvachanam is what you can do.
बहुवचने अपि पदसंज्ञा
सप्तमी
अस्ति.
बहुवचनम्.
अतः सप्तमी बहुवचनं पदसंज्ञा अस्ति. अनन्तरं कर्वर्णः अस्ति. अतः करावसानयोर् विसर्जनीयः इत्यनेन पदान्तसकारस्य विसर्गः. अत्र वाशरि इत्यनेन विसर्गः विकल्पेन भवति. विसर्गपक्षे चन्द्रमः सु अस्ति. विसर्ग अभावे विसर्जनीयस्य सः इत्यनेन विसर्गादेशः चन्द्रमस्सु इति भवति.
So it is okay to say Visarjaniyasya saha, but usually this is debatable thing actually, but usually you take both the pathways by Vashari. I don't know whether we discussed this earlier or not, but both the pathways can be taken by Vashari. Basically we say Visarjaniyasya ityanena sakaradeshe prapte tad badhitva Vashari ityanena vikalpena visargasya visargadesha pakshe visarjanasya avashyam sakara bhavati. This is one paksha, and the second paksha is that which says both pathways can be justified by Vashari. Either is okay. I think on the website I have taken the second paksha in the Shabda Patha. Let's see. Chandramasu. I don't remember now. Chandramas. In the Saptami Bahuvachan, what did we say? Vashari iti visargasya vikalpena sakaradesha abhavaha and Vashari iti visargasya vikalpena sakaradesha. So you can use Vashari to justify both the situations, or you can use Visarjaniyasya saha in one and Vashari in another. This is a like corner case. Both of these pakshas are acceptable. Anyway, thank you very much. Very well presented. Agre gacchamaha. Agre, any questions from anybody on any of the two words that we discussed so far and whatever material we have covered? If not, we'll go to Sunandaji. Vach iti shabdaha. Please raise your hand. Namaste.
Namaste, Mahodaya.
You can start.
Chakaranda Striling. Namaste, Mahodaya. Namaste Sarvebhyah. Chakaranda Strilinga Vach Shabdaha. Arthavatadadu Aprayaha Pradipadikam Idi Sutrena Pradipadika Sajna. Anandaram Pradama Vibhakti Ekavachana Pratyaha Su Vach plus Su Suptingantam Padam. Anandaram Upadeshe Ajanasiga Ita Iri Sutrena Annasiga Ugarase Itu Sajna Tasya Lopaha. Anandaram Vach Halnyabhyo Dirgat Sudisya Pruktam Hal Iri Sutrena Abrukta Sakarasya Lopaha Bhavati. Anandaram चोहो कुहु इति सूत्रेण पदान्तचकारस्य वाक् इति कुत्वं भवति, वाक् इति रूपं भवति। चोहो कुहु इति सूत्रम्।
तदनन्तरम्
अनन्तरं अस्ति अनन्तरं जलां जशोन्दे इति सूत्रेण जस्त्वं भूत्वा ककारस्य गकारादेशः वाग् इति रूपं भवति। अनन्तरं वावसाने इति सूत्रेण चर्त्वे वाक् गकारस्य पुनः क आदेशः भवति। रूपद्वयं भवति, वाग् अथवा वाक्।
चर्त्वं विकल्पेन भवति,
विकल्पेन चर्त्वं भवति।
करेक्ट, वाक् वाग्। नेक्स्ट इज वाचौ वर्णमेलनं, वाचः विसर्गः वर्णमेलनं, देयर इज नथिंग, वाचं वाचौ वाचः वाचा वाग्भ्याम,
वाग्भ्यां, वाच प्लस भ्यां, तृतीया विभक्ति द्विवचन प्रत्ययः भ्याम्। अत्र अनन्तरं वाच प्लस भ्या स्वादिश सर्वनामस्थाने इति प्रकृतेः पदसंज्ञा। सर्वनामस्थान भिन्न अजादि भिन्न यकारादि भिन्न प्रत्ययः अस्ति भ्याम्, अतः प्रकृतेः पदसंज्ञा भवति। अनन्तरम् अत्रापि वाक् प्लस भ्या चोहो कुहु इति सूत्रेण कुत्वं भवति, चकारस्य ककारादेशः। अनन्तरं जलां जशोन्दे इति सूत्रेण ककारस्य गकारादेशः वाग् इति भवति, वर्णमेलनं भूत्वा वाग्भ्याम् इति भवति।
करेक्ट, वाग्भिः, वाचे वाचः वाग्भ्यः, एवरीथिंग इज सेम, वाचा वाची, सप्तमी बहुवचनं वाक्षु।
सप्तमी बहुवचन प्रत्ययः सुप्, सुप् प्रत्ययः वाच प्लस सुप्। अनन्तरं हलन्त्यम् इति सूत्रेण अन्तिम पकारस्य इति संज्ञा, तस्य लोभः इति लोभः, सु इति अवशिष्यते, वाच प्लस सु। अनन्तरं अत्रापि स्वादिश सर्वनामस्थाने इति सूत्रेण प्रकृतेः पदसंज्ञा भवति, वाच प्लस सु। अनन्तरं चोहो कुहु इति सूत्रेण कुत्वं भूत्वा चकारस्य ककारादेशः वाक् प्लस सु। जलां जशोन्दे इति सूत्रेण अन्तिम पदान्त ककारस्य गकारादेशः। अनन्तरं वाक् प्लस सु खैरीच इति सूत्रेण पुनः ककारादेशः भवति, गकारस्य स्थाने ककारादेशः भवति, वाक् प्लस सु वाक्सु इति भवति। अनन्तरं इणुकोः इति सूत्रम् अनुसृत्य पदान्त ककारः अस्ति, परे सकारः अस्ति, प्रत्ययावयवः सकारः अस्ति, अतः आदेशप्रत्ययोः इति सूत्रेण षत्वं भूत्वा वाक्षु इति रूपं भवति।
तो इणकोः इति अधिकारः, इणकोः इति मुख्यसूत्रं तु आदेशप्रत्ययो इति षत्वं भवति, वाक्षु इति सिद्ध्यति। वेरी गुड, नथिंग एल्स इज नीडेड। जस्ट वन स्मॉल क्वेश्चन, चोहो कुहु इति सूत्रं कृपया स्पष्टीक्रियताम्। व्हाट इज दिस सूत्रम डूइंग, बिकॉज दिस इज द क्रुशियल सूत्रम, सेंट्रल सूत्रम अक्रॉस द एंटायर प्रक्रिया।
चोहो कुहु पदान्ते चकारः अस्ति चेत्, चकारः इति न च वर्गः, चु अस्ति चेत्, चु इत्युक्ते च वर्ग अस्ति चेत् तस्य स्थाने कु इत्युक्ते कवर्ग।
करेक्ट, सो च वर्गस्य स्थाने क वर्गः, परन्तु कदा पदान्ते नो चेत् झलि परे,
पदान्ते
नो चेत् झलि परे। इफ यू गो टू चोहो कुहु पदे पदान्ते नो चेत् झलि परे। ओके, नाउ लेट अस टेक अ लुक एट the entire प्रक्रिया। इदानीं सर्वाः अत्र प्रक्रियाः पश्यामः। The question is not necessarily only to you, to everybody. It's a very interesting question. It will help you think a lot. Let us understand this. चोहो कुहु इति कुत्वे कृते, तदनन्तरं झलां जशोन्ते इति जष्ट्वे कृते, च इत्यस्य आदौ क इति कृतं चोहो कुहु, तदनन्तरं झलां जशोते इति ग इति कृतं। Let's go to any other prakriya. If you go to some other prakriya, same thing over here. So for example, vagbhyam, if you see, you have choho kuhu kutvam krutam tadanantaram gakaradeshah krutah. Even in saptami bahuvachanam, choho kuhu iti kutvam tadanantaram gakaradeshah tadanantaram punarekvaram kutvam krutam by kharicha. So in this entire prakriya, and in general other prakriyas also, many times you will see that choho kuhu is typically followed by झलाञ्जशोन्ते. अतः च इत्यस्य कुत्वे कृते तदनन्तरं जष्ट्वे कृते गकारः भवति. अतः चोः कुः इत्यस्य स्थाने चोः ग इत्येव सूत्रं किमर्थं न कृतम्? Anyway you want to do the jashtvam, so just do the jashtvam right in that sutram. Choho kuhu ityasya sthane choho gaha iti sutram kimartham na krutam. Is question clear? I am not expecting an answer from you, but is question clear to you?
हाँ महोदय.
हाँ. Ratnakar ji.
The sutra applies for the entire chavarga. Similarly, it applies yadasankham for kavarga.
Correct.
That is what the adesha.
Correct,
so
correct.
one
But
letter we cannot write.
No, that's okay. But if you say choho ga, it would mean cha vargiya varnasya ga vargiya varnadeshaha bhavet. Sorry, gakaradeshaha bhavet. Which means every
Kevalam
letter in
gakara.
that series will get converted to gakara, which is anyway what you want by jashtvam, right? Jhalam jashonte will apply to all the letters in that series. So anyway gakara deshaha avashyam bhavati eva kila. Not clear? Clear? Everywhere it will be a gakara desha. If you go, I mean, there are no jakaranta words, but there are jakaranta words. Jakaranta words will get to, see, let's analyze this more carefully. You have chakaranta words. You have you cha, ja, jha, and nya. You don't have chakaranta words in the language. You don't have jakaranta words in the language. You don't have yakaranta words in the language. You only have chakaranta and jakaranta words. The way to test it is go to the Shabda Patha, go to filters and search for the filter. So chakaranta, chakaranta, there are no shabdas. Jakaranta, there are no shabdas. And yakaranta, there are no shabdas. So chakaranta and jakaranta are the only words. Chakara will get converted to ka, that will become ga by jashtva. Ja is anyway going to become ga. So it's better to have a sutram choho gaha. Vidyaji.
अत्र न प्रवर्तते महोदय. अत्र मन्ये तत्र धातुषु भवेत् इति चकारानन्तरं तत्र पदान्तेषु एव नो चेत् जषि एव जकारः तत्र मृदुव्यञ्जनः भवति, मृदुव्यञ्जनं भवति. नो चेत् तत्र ककारः एव तिष्ठति खलु.
100 words is, a picture is better than 1000 words. One example is better than 1000 words in the description. Give me one example where this, you are correct, fully correct. But instead of etadrisham yat kimapi bhavadbhi uktam, tasya sthane ekam udaharanam uchyatam yatra doshah jayet. You are almost on the right track. You just have to think of one concrete example.
Uktaha.
Uktaha. What will happen? Vacha.
Vach dhatoh.
Plus ta pratyayah. What will happen? Choho kuhu will convert it to ka. Then what? Then vacha plus ta samprasaranam ukka plus ta ukta. Correct? That's all. The prakriya ends over there because there is no jhash letter over here. Correct? But see, what I am asking is different. Let us assume chakarasya sthane gakaraha bhavet, not ka. So this will be uga plus ta. And then kharicha will act. And then you will say ukka plus ta. And then you will have ukta. Because there is a khar letter in front, right? So kharicha will anyway convert it back to ka. Very good attempt. This is exactly what I want people to think. But you understood what is happening over here?
तत्र
चकारस्य स्थाने खर अस्ति. Correct. So चकारस्य स्थाने गकारादेशे कृते अपि अग्रे खर वर्णेन ककारादेशे कृते अवश्यं अन्तिमं रूपम् अवश्यं सिद्ध्येत. मंजिरी जी.
Pakva.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Explain the prakriya.
पक्व डुपचस्
पच
इति धातुः अस्ति
पच
तत्र पच पच
हाँ
योगत त
हाँ
प्रत्ययः
हाँ
अनन्तरं पक्क योगत
हाँ
चोहोकुः इति
पक
सूत्रेण
योगत चोहोकुः इति सूत्रेण
अनन्तरं पक्क
I'll show you the
योग
pratyaya is there on the
व
is
हाँ
correct is there on the chohokuhu page. So the prakriyas that I've written are also by thinking a lot. So look at this chohokuhu prakriya. Example given over there is pakva. Look at this. Pacha plus kta, paka plus ta, paka plus va, pakva. Now what happens if you do choho gaha? When you do choho gaha, pacha will become paga. Paga plus ta ityatra kharicha ityasmat purvam 8252 pachovaha iti pravartate. So you will have paga plus va, and now va is not a khar letter. Therefore you cannot convert g back to k, giving rise to pakva. So it will be an incorrect form called pagva. You want a pakva form, therefore kutvam is required. You cannot directly do gakaradesha. Very good answer. So pakva is one example, and then there might be a few more, handful of few more, but I think pakva is only one of the standing out example. This is the reason why chohokuhu needs to be chohokuhu and not chohogaha. Okay, agre gachamaha. That's all. So Sunandaji, we are done. Vacha is, I think that's all. No other questions for Vacha. Thank you very much. We will go to the next one. Lalita ji, if you're here. Ashutosh Mahoday, do you have a question? You have raised your hand. Do you have a question?
No, sir. I just wanted to mention pakwa, and then it was already discussed.
Very, very nice. Very nice. So I'm happy that there are two people who wanted to speak. Very nice. Okay. Lalita ji. Namaste.
नमस्ते महोदय, नमस्ते सर्वेभ्यः। किं शब्दः स्त्रीलिङ्गे? किं शब्दः प्रश्नवाचकशब्दः अस्ति। स्त्रीलिङ्गे आबन्तः भवति। विभक्तिप्रत्यये सर्वत्र क आदेशः भवति। सूत्रमस्ति किमः कः इति। अयम् आदेशः सर्वादेशः। संपूर्ण किं स्थाने कः आगच्छति। लित् प्रत्ययस्य परे सैट् इति आगमः भवति।
What agama? What did you say?
सैट् ङित् प्रत्ययस्य सैट् आगमः।
I cannot make out. What is sat agamaha? ङित् pratyaya. Where is? We are talking about prathama ekvachanam, right?
सम्पूर्णम् अहम् उक्तवती। अस्तु।
Okay. Let's start again. Prathama ekvachanam. Tap iti pratyayah tatra vidhiyate strilinge. What were you talking? I don't know. Kim ityasya sthane ka iti bhavati.
का आदेशः भवति।
तदनन्तरं what? तदनन्तरं भवति? Is there on the screen? You don't have to look into the note.
किम् इत्यत्र प्रथम एकवचने सुप्रत्ययस्य उपदेशानुस्क इत्यनेन उकारस्य
इत्संज्ञा भवति।
उकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भवति। ऋत्वविसर्गौ
किम् इत्यस्य क इति किमः कः इति आदेशः भवति। You have written it carefully. Don't take tension. Then once you have ka plus sa, there is a stri pratyaya called tap, which is added. Now let me talk over here a little bit. So what happens is tap is a feminine pratyaya. We have not studied the stri pratyayas. That's our next module. But tap is one of those 10 stri pratyayas that is added to akaranta words. So when you see an akaranta word like ka, you add a tap pratyaya. The sutram which is written over here is ajadya tashtap. We have not studied it, so I don't expect you to write the sutram. but you just say स्त्रीलिंग निर्देशकः टाप् प्रत्ययः. यदि टाप् प्रत्ययस्य योजनं न क्रियते तर्हि तत्र स्त्रीलिंगस्य निर्देशः स्त्रीलिंगस्य प्रकटीकरणं न भवति. All this I will be teaching you in the next module. So but for expressing the स्त्रीलिंग property you add the टाप् प्रत्यय. टकार पकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भवति आ इति अवशिष्यते, and then you simply do akassavarणे दीर्घः followed by हल्ग्याभ्यो which is written over here to create ka. So that is how the prathama ekvachanam ka is created. The important point is tap. This is the tap pratyaya that will come across this entire prakriya. So in all the 21 forms that you are seeing over here, the basic structure is going to be same. Kimaha kaha will convert kim to ka, and then ajadya tashtap will apply a ta, giving rise to ka. The forms will be like the mala word. We have not seen, I think, akaranta strilinga words. We have not yet seen, if I am not mistaken, akaranta strilinga mala shabda. We will see it at some point in time, but for now the ka word is generated in this way by adding kimaha kaha and then tap. Let us go to the next one. Kim plus au.
किं प्लस् औ द्विवचनविवक्षायां औ प्रत्ययः किं पुनः किमः कः इत्यनेन क प्लस् औ तत्र टाप् प्रत्ययस्य स्त्रीलिङ्ग अपेक्षया टाप् प्रत्ययः आगच्छति. पकार हलन्त्यम् इत्यनेन गच्छति. ता चुटु इत्यनेन आ क आ तत्र सवर्णदीर्घसन्धिः भवति. का इति भवति. पूर्वं तत्र द्विवचन अस्ति. औ प्रत्ययस्य औण्डः अपः इत्यनेन शि आदेशः भवति. अनेकाल् षित् सर्वस्य इति सर्वादेशः भवति. लशक्व तदिते इत्यनेन शकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भूत्वा का इ एव अवशिष्यते. तत्र प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इति पूर्वसवर्णदीर्घस्य प्राप्ते तदा दीर्घाजसि निषेधः भवति, निषिध्यते तत्र. तदर्थं के इति आद्गुणः इत्यस्य प्रसक्तिः अस्ति. के भवति.
Very good. Kima plus jasa. Now you can skip till tap and so on. Just start with from ka plus a plus asa, because everything is same for all 21 prakriyas. So you don't have to worry about. Just start from next onwards. Just start with ka plus a.
का प्लस् आ तत्र का प्लस् आ इत्यत्र अस् इति महोदय खलु. शस् प्रत्यय.
Just. Did we do just?
No.
Just this is the just pratyay over here.
Just
2.3, only 1.3. Just.
अत्रापि का प्लस् अस् इति अवशिष्यते. जस् प्रत्ययानन्तरं का आदेशः
and then it becomes ka plus a plus as. Then see this line.
हलन्त्यम् इत्यनेन आ अवशिष्यते. का प्लस् अस् इति अकस्सवर्णे दीर्घः भवति. प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इत्यनेन पूर्वसवर्णदीर्घः प्राप्ते दीर्घाजसि इत्यनेन निषेधः भवति. तत्र कास् इति भवति. तत्र सकारस्य ऋत्वविसर्गेण काः
इति भवति. You missed an akara.
Mistake. काः इति भवति.
And then for shas pratyaya you have prathamayoha. You have written it correctly. For shas pratyaya prathamayo पूर्वसवर्ण इत्येव प्रवर्तते. जस् प्रत्ययस्य कृते तत्र निषेधः नास्ति. अतः अन्तिमं रूपं पुनरेकवारं काः इत्येव सिद्ध्यति. That is correct. Going ahead, kim plus am, ka plus am, ami purvah kam. There is nothing else. Tritiya ekvachanam. Let's go to Tritiya ekvachanam. You start with this line number 6.00. Ka a. You see the line 6.00? Start from there.
अत्र हलन्त्यं टाप् प्रत्ययस्य पकार गच्छति. टा अपि चुटु इत्यनेन का आ अवशिष्यते. का आ तत्र का आ सवर्णदीर्घ अकसवर्णे दीर्घ इत्यनेन का भवति तदनन्तरं क आ इति अवशिष्यते तत्र ताप्रत्ययपरे आङ्गी चापः आबन्तः अस्ति तदर्थं ताप्रत्ययपरे आङ्गी चापः इत्यनेन एकादेशः भवति एकादेशः भूत्वा एचोयवायः इत्यनेन अयादेशः भवति कय प्लस् आ क्या
Not kya, kaya. Kaya plus I is kaya.
kaya.
Kaya. So, bahuvachane jhalyeta, osicha angi chapaha. This is a sequence. So, kaya. Correct. Kim plus bhyam, kimapi nasti, kabhyam ityeva varnamailanam krutva. Kabhyam, kabhi, there is nothing else. Chaturthi ekvachanam. Start from this line number 12. Ka, a plus a.
चतुर्थी का ताप ये का आ ये
correct.
का आ ये इत्यत्र का आ इत्यत्र सवर्णदीर्घ प्राप्ति अस्ति आकारः भवति का ये भवति सवर्ण सर्वादीनि सर्वनामानि इति सर्वनामसंज्ञा भूत्वा प्रकृतेः स्याट् इति स्याट् आगमः भवति
स्याट् सर्वनाम्न स्याट् ह्रस्वश्च. This is the sutram you have to write. I don't think you wrote it over here. सर्वनाम्न स्याट् ह्रस्वश्च इति स्याट् आगमः भवति. Let me write it down. सर्वनाम्नः स्याट् and ह्रस्वश्च. Okay. So this ka will become ka. You have written it correctly. Angasya rasvadesha ngit pratyasya syat agamaha and so on. So ka plus syat and then kasyai. A plus a ai vruddhirechi and kasyai. Correct. Now I have a question over here again to everybody, not necessarily to you. Question or rather an explanation. Observe that sarvanamna syat hrasvascha iti sutrena ngit pratyaye pare syat agamaha bhavati. This is also another deal breaker for that ta versus ang discussion. If Panini Maharshi adds an ang pratyaya in the list instead of ta, it will be a nita pratyaya. And where will be a problem? In the sarvanama shabda there will be a problem. In tritiya ekvachanam, because the pratyaya is nita, sarvanamna syad hrasvascha will cause a sya. Therefore, you will have sarva plus sya instead of sar and then a, giving sarvasya instead of the correct form sarvaya. So correct form is sarvaya, that is generated by causing an ekaradesha and then ayadesha sarvaya. But if you have ang, the incorrect syat will be added, giving sarvasya as an incorrect form for tritiya ekvachanam. That is also a reason why ang. So we are collecting counter examples. One example we counted yesterday as sadhu or in the previous class. Similarly for muni. Another example is over here, sarvasya, that is an incorrect form that will be generated. Similarly, in mati, you will see some other incorrect forms. So these are some handful of incorrect forms that are generated over here. Okay, kasyai is done. Kasyaha, same prakriya, nothing else. Again, syat agama, kasyaha, kayoho, again same prakriya, os pratyay pare, angi chapaha, ityanena, okaradeshaha bhavati, angi cha apaha. So that cha includes the ta and os, both. So same prakriya as we discussed earlier. Kayoho. Let's go to 6.3. Shashti bahuvachanam. Let's start with this line again, 12 number. Ka plus am.
Ka plus a पुनः अकसवर्णे दीर्घः इत्यनेन का भवति. का प्लस् आम् इति सर्वादीनि सर्वनाम इत्यनेन प्रकृतेः सर्वनामसंज्ञा भवति. तदा सुट् आगमः भवति. यदा सुट् आगमः भवति का सुट् आम् इति भवति. सर्वनामसंज्ञतः सकारस्य का स इति अवशिष्यते. का स आम् इति अवशिष्यते. का साम् इति.
Correct. Next is kasyam. Same problem, right? Sarvanamna syat hrasvascha. But explain this prakriya because you have niram nadyam nibhya. Just explain this line 2 number. 2 is a 2.0. Explain that line.
7.1
7.1 correct.
का आ का टॉप प्लस ई इति तत्र तत्र आकार सवर्णदीर्घ अकसवर्णदीर्घ इत्यनेन का भवति, का प्लस ई भवति। सर्वादीनि सर्वनामस्थानि इति प्रकृतेः सर्वनामसंज्ञा भवति। तत्र ईत् प्रत्यय तत् नेरां नद्यां नीभ्यः इति आम् प्रत्ययस्य आदेशः भवति।
वेरी गुड। आम् प्रत्ययस्य नी प्रत्ययस्य आम् आदेशः भवति। नी प्लस आम्
का सैट् आम् यदा सर्वनामस्थान सैट् ह्रस्वस्य इत्यनेन सर्वनामस्थाने सैट् आगमः भवति। ततश्च ङित् प्रत्ययस्य सैट् आगमः आद्यन्तौ टकितौ अस्ति। तद् स्याम् इति भवति।
ह्रस्वः भवति, अतः का इत्यस्य कस्याम् इति भवति।
कस्याम् इति भवति।
And then kasu again there is nothing over here. So all the prakriya is okay. Thank you very much. Dhanyawad. We will take next words because there are like very simple. Most of these prakriyas are already covered. So in next 10 to 15 minutes we will finish the 4 words, at least 3: sarva, anadi and laghu. Maybe we'll keep tada aside for it, or maybe tada is also possible. So Alaknanda ji, go with full speed and discuss only thing that is relevant.
Yesterday I sent that PDF. Before that there were many corrections. So new PDF I sent mail you yesterday.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I have not checked my mails in many days. Hold on. But that's okay. I mean, I have some old PDF. It's okay if you want to, like, we can change, we can make corrections on the fly. Okay?
Maybe.
Or you want, is it on the email or what?
Email.
Yeah, let me check. I can't find any email from you. No, I don't see any.
ठीक है, मैं मेरा रेफर करती हूँ.
That's okay. I'll see whatever is over here.
सर्व इति
नपुंसकलिङ्गशब्दः.
नपुंसकलिङ्गः अपि अस्ति, सर्वनामशब्दः अपि अस्ति. बहु किमपि वर्तते अत्र. उणादिप्रत्ययान्तः शब्दः अस्ति श्रूयोगवन् इति उणादिप्रत्ययः. कृत्तद्धितसमासाश्च अनेन प्रातिपदिकसंज्ञा सर्वादीनि सर्वनामानि अनेन.
So we discuss this. Let me explain this again. उणादिप्रत्ययानां विषये किम् भवति? उणादिप्रत्ययः पाणिनि स्वीकृतः न. अतः पाणिनेः मतेन उणादयः अव्युत्पन्नानि प्रातिपदिकानि. अतः लक्ष्मी इति शब्दः, सर्व इति शब्दः, एतादृशः उणादिप्रत्ययेन सिद्धाः ये शब्दाः ते पाणिनेः मतेन अर्थवदधातुरप्रत्ययप्रातिपदिकम् इत्यनेनैव प्रातिपदिकसंज्ञां प्राप्नुवन्ति. परन्तु तत् मतं विहाय शाकटायनस्यापि मतं स्वीक्रियते चेत् कृत्तद्धितसमासाश्च इत्यनेन प्रातिपदिकसंज्ञां प्राप्नुवन्ति. So both of them are okay, but in the frame of Paninian grammar purely, if it is an unadi pratyanta shabda, what you have written over here is correct. You should generally prefer arthavadhadatura pratyaya pratipadika. Okay? And unadi pratyayas are categorized as under krut pratyayas. So kruttadhita samasascha is acceptable if you accept those. But Bhashyakara explicitly uses this statement. He says unadayah avyutpannani pratipadikani. And if he explicitly says unadis are avyutpanna pratipadikas, the correct way is to say arthavadhadatura pratyaya pratipadikam. Okay?
सर्वयोगसु इत्यत्र समोर नपुंसकात् इति सूत्रं बाधित्वा अतो अम् अनेन सु इत्यस्य अम् आदेशः भवति. अनेकाल्चित् सर्वस्य अनेन सर्वादेशः भवति. सर्वम् इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति.
अमीपूर्वः, this is not trivial.
अमीपूर्वः अनेन
सर्व plus am इत्यत्र अमीपूर्वः. And if अमीपूर्वः would not have been there, what would be the form?
सर्वम्.
If अमीपूर्वः would not have been there, what would be the form?
प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णेन दीर्घः भवति सर्वाम् इति.
Okay, प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इत्यनेन दीर्घः भवति सर्वाम् इति भवति. Next. Usually, because अमीपूर्वा is there, it will always block prathamayo purva savarna, so prathamayo purva savarna never be used. Okay? for specifically for am pratyay. Next.
संबुद्धौ हल्ग्याब्बो सॉरी एंग रस्वात् संबुद्धेः अनेन रस्वान्त
Rama Shabda is
शब्दात्
done. So Rama Shabdavad yatra yatra asti tatra tatra kimapi karyam navashyakam. But this is not Rama Shabdavad. There is something else going on over here.
औ इत्यत्र नपुंसकाच्च अनेन औट् इत्यस्य शी आदेशः भवति.
No, wait. This prakriya is completely wrong. Hold on. Let's go through this prakriya slowly. This is a napumsaka word that you are talking, right? So sarva plus su ityatra napumsakalingat vihitasya su pratyayasya am adeshah bhavati swamor napumsakat ityanena. That sutra is not specific to prathama ekvachanam. Swamor napumsakat ityanena su pratyayasya am adeshah ubhayoh su pratyayoh krute bhavati. So may let it be prathama or let it be sambodhanam. So su will get converted to ama, giving rise to sarvama. And then what happens? How is the sarva generated?
एंग रस्वात् संबुद्धेः नहीं
eng sarasvat sambuddhe. Correct. So see the prakriya. It is not sarva. See, you said sarva plus su, but sarva plus su, look at the description that you have written. Eng rasvat sambuddheः ityanena rasvantat shabdat vihitasya sambodhana ekvachana pratyasya hal varnasya lopaha. We never say su pratyasya lopaha. We never say sakarasya lopaha. It is hal varnasya lopaha, and there is a reason for that. In sambuddhi form, you have sarva plus su. The su is not removed by eng rasvat sambuddhehe because there is a parasutram that will convert su to swamor napumsakat. Sarva plus ami purvaha will combine the two, giving sarvam. And at this stage, the hal varna of the sambuddhi pratyaya, that is the makara, will be removed, giving sarva as the final sambuddhi form. Clear? The prakriya is a little bit convoluted. It is not what you have written over here. The su is converted to ama. Let's go to the website and understand. Let's look at the prakriya for sarva so that you have better understanding. You have sarva, nakaranta, napumsakalinga. Hey sarva, you have sa getting converted to ama by atom. Ami, swamor, not swamor napumsakat, atom. I was saying swamor napumsakat, I think once or twice. Atom will convert sa to ama. Ami purvaha will combine sarva plus ama to form sarvam. And then sambuddhi pratyasya avayavaha yaha makaraha tasya eng rasvat sambuddhi iti lopaha. Clear? Ratnakarji, you have a question.
I just thought of one doubt, Acharya. Earlier, should we write eng rasvanta sambuddhe in supratyaya? In fact, it is the last in sambuddhi pratyaya. It is the last step. In fact, madam at some place spoke about in the middle. Was that so?
No, she spoke in the last step. She thought it was the last step. That's all the middle steps were, I think, skipped. That's why she directly spoke. But yeah, this is one of the last steps. So, sir, eng rasva sambuddhe should be spoken as the last step in the prakriya.
Fine, that sounds good.
That's correct. Au sarva plus au.
औ तथा औट् इत्यत्र नपुंसकाच्च अनेन नपुंसकात् परस्य औट् तथा औ इत्यस्य शी आदेशः भवति. शी आदेशे कृते लशक्व तद्धिते.
That's okay. Ad guna ityanena prathamayo purvasavana ityasya badha bhavati na at ichi ityanena. You have to write that because it is prathama vibhakti. So prathamayo purvasavana ityasya badha bhavati na ad ichi ityanena guna ekadeshe krute sarve iti bhavati. Correct. Jas pratyaya.
जस् प्रत्यये जसः शी इति सूत्रं बाधित्वा जश्शसोः शीः अनेन नपुंसकात् परस्य जस् इत्यस्य शी आदेशः भवति.
जसः शी, just 4 difference. जसः शी औङ्गापा नपुंसकाच्च and then जश्शसो शी. So जसः शी is blocked. You have जश्शसोः शीः. Very good. That causes a शी आदेश. Then what?
शी आदेश प्रत्यय सानिवदादेशो नल विधो अनेन प्रत्ययरूपेण विधीयते शी सर्वनामस्थानम् अनेन शी इत्यस्य सर्वनामस्थानम् इति संज्ञा भवति।
अग्रे
नपुंसकस्य झलचः अनेन नुमागमः भवति,
नुमागमः
अजन्तस्य
भवति।
अङ्गस्य
हा,
नुमागमः
हा,
भवति।
हा, हा। अजन्तस्य
अन्त्यात्
अङ्गस्य
अचः
नुमागमः।
पर इति भवति।
हा,
सर्व न शी इति रूपं हलन्त्यं तस्य लोपः।
हा,
सर्वान् शी सर्वनामस्थाने च सम्बुद्धौ अनेन अङ्गस्य उपधायाः दीर्घः भवति, नकारस्य अङ्गस्य उपधायाः दीर्घः भवति।
very good, very good.
सर्वाणि इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति। तत्पश्चात् अट् कुप्वाङ्नुं व्ययायेपि अनेन णत्वं भवति, सर्वाणि इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति।
Correct. Very good. Sarvani. Dvitiya is the same, no difference. And then Tritiya onwards, we have discussed it earlier also, right? We did the Pullinga Sarva word just now, right? Did we do Sarva Pullinga? Kim Pullinga we did just now, but you can speak for Sarva. So let's go to say Chaturthi Ekvachanam, because other Rama Shabda is done. So everything is similar to Rama Shabda, but we'll go to Chaturthi Ekvachanam. Nye.
सर्वनाम्नास्मै अनेन सर्वनाम शब्दस्य।
Correct. Next is what? Next is
भ्यस् सर्वेभ्यस्।
that is okay.
अत्रापि बहुवचने
बहुवचन, that is okay. सर्वनामस् विशिष्टं कार्यं कुत्र कुत्र भवति? ङसि प्रत्यये परे, ङस् प्रत्यये परे, ङसिञ्ञो स्मात्स्मिनौ।
ओस् इत्यपि ओसि च अनेन तत्रापि।
करेक्ट। And then finally आम् प्रत्ययस्य प्रक्रियां वदतु एकवारम्।
आम् तत्र आमि सर्वनाम्नः सुट् अनेन अकारान्तात् सर्वनाम शब्दात् परस्य षष्ठी आम् प्रत्ययस्य सुट् आगमः भवति। अद्यन्तो टकितो अनेन आदि अवयवः सुट् योग आम्। टकारस्य लोपः भवति। सर्वे इति बहुवचने झल्येत अनेन सुप्रत्यये परे अदन्तस्य अङ्गस्य एकार आदेशः भवति।
There is no nam, so nami and so on are not applicable. बहुवचने झल्येत इति एकारादेशः सर्वे प्लस साम सर्वेषाम् इति भवति. Sarvasmin is ङसिञ्ञो स्मात्स्मिनौ, सर्वेषु is same as keshu, rameshu and so on. No difference is there. We'll stop here. So we completed Nadi, Lakshmi, Kim, Chandramas, Vach, Kim and Sarva. In the next, you will be there in the next week, right? At least on the first
next
day.
2 days I will be there.
Okay, so we will start with you in the next week. So we'll take your Anadi, Laghu, Tad. You also have another word or that's all?
Karman. One more is there.
Karman. So we'll take Karman. We'll take all 4 assigned to you in the sequence. These 4. And then I don't have any other names for volunteers. So those who will be present on next Friday morning, or if you are here in the US, next Thursday evening, if you will be in the class and if you want to present, send your names on the group. I will add it to the list and we will continue. Ratnakarji.
Namaste, Acharya. Just 1 or 2, like 2-3 things.
Yeah.
First thing, having seen the discussion, that my study is not at all sufficient. First one. Secondly, having seen these classes, now one has to prepare a notes also. Like you, as you asked, why not this, why not this, why not this? And what happens if this is there? That also we should prepare a notes. That's what I thought of. And thirdly, the thing is, every class in every module is so important. I'm really I appreciate you for the design of the class. Right from Panini Siksha Sutra, then Pratyahara, then Sanya, then Sandhi. It's going in a sort of particular sequence. If one misses a particular class, that is over. Like again, he has to reverse to the. That's what it's something fantastic, Acharya. It's not that I'm appreciating or something like that, but the reality I'm putting before you. And I didn't find this sort of classes anywhere. As last time also I was talking, right? I don't know, at this sort of thing, if I really have to prepare a notes and all, I don't know how many years of study should go into this. And I don't know at this point, I just ask you, how many years of study went into this, first of all, for you? And how many years it took you to build up this sort of website? This is really a repository of knowledge, in fact.
Thank you very much. It's all like if it's a passion, the time doesn't matter, right? So eventually it boils down to saying whether you're doing it as a passion or whether you're doing it as an obligation. So I'm doing it as a passion. So it's
But
very difficult.
Madam Purnima, she has all, I think her name is Purnima. She has all the sutras on fingertips.
Yeah, we are going to
Really,
ask her to teach one class. She is like almost expert in all the sutras. Anyway,
right.
thank
Thanks
you
so
very
much.
much for your kind words. And next week, if people are ready, please send your names. So we will take Alaknandaji's 4 words to start with, and then we will move to other students. As you saw in today's class, we will not go over every 21 every of the 21 forms, because there is no point. Bhyam, bhis, bhyas, they are all very similar. In initial classes it was okay, we went over everywhere, every word, every prakriya separately, but now we can skip and we can just go with things that are separate, that are distinct from each other. So in all the upcoming classes there will be speed taken up in the class, 5, 6, 7. So today how many? Probably 7 words we covered, 6 words we covered. So we can go with the same speed in the upcoming classes. So after the class, just send me your name, and on the group send the name and the word, one word or many words, whatever words are assigned to you in the sheet, you can have that. And if you are not able to present any word that you have assigned to yourself, please unassign yourself so that others who might be interested can assign themselves in the sheet and can prepare for those words. समापयामः. अग्रिमसप्ताहे नियमितरूपेण कक्षाद्वयं भविष्यति. अष्टाध्यायी जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. शब्दब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवादः.